Hello, hello, hello. We are live today on the NLP Entrepreneur Insights. And today's video is around your mission, vision, and values. And if you aren't clear on them, you really want to watch this to find out how to get clear on them, a technique I'm going to show you to make it really, really, really easy, and also a little bit about why they're important to have. So mission, vision, and values is our topic today. Hi, everyone. I'm Jackie Nagy of Holistic Directions, and this is something that I have been, I don't want to say the word struggling, not clear on for quite some time in my business. If this resonates with you, pop a message in the chat below. I've been in business 13 years. I came from a corporate world where mission and vision was part of something we did every year or every second year. You know, because as an organization, it's really important that the employees, together with the executive and the mandates, are in alignment. So that makes sense. But as an entrepreneur, how clear are you on your mission for what you do, your vision for the world you want to live in, and your values? In other words, what's important to you. When you're not clear on these three things, then what can happen is you can easily go astray. You can easily get caught up in being attracted to shiny objects. And also, if you're going astray and you're not focused and clear and you're being attracted all over the place, guess what? So are your clients. So are your clients. They won't know what you're about. So I am going to put my hand up and say this is not something I have yet mastered, and I'm working on it, and I'm going to share with you my vision, my mission, my vision, and my values today to give you an example, and also a really neat, short, quick description, if you will, to help you do this very, very easily. And then, maybe you can share them in the group and we can have some discussion around this. So before I get into what my mission, vision, and values are, I want to talk about why this is important. So going a little bit deeper in what I said a few minutes ago, that every day we come to our computer, or, back when we were working live, we may be meeting our clients in person. And whatever is front and center is what we're going to be dealing with. Putting out fires, dealing with demands, time frames, projects we're working on. And hello, Vicki, nice to see you here. And so we're running in sort of an unconscious, light trance state pretty much throughout the day on things that we know how to do. We're not always as focused in on what are we doing, what is our promise to our clients, what is important to us, what is the world that we're wanting to create as a result of the services we provide, right? So, and this was my life in my, first maybe 5 or 6 years of my business, was I wasn't clear on those three things. I sometimes had clarity. I sometimes wrote it down, and then I would kind of forget about it, thinking that, well, I wrote it down once and I thought about it once last week or last month or last year, so it's good. And what I discovered was, no, it's not. It wasn't good. Can any of this, does this relate to you, Vicki? I know, so happy to see you here, because there are so many distractions in our world today that we can easily go off off-piste. I like to use the term off-piste, off course, off track, off our journey, and easily get distracted in doing other things if we're not clearly aware and attentive to what it is we do and the service we provide, the vision we have for the world and what it is, the kind of world we want to live in, and what's important to us. And so that's why I'm doing this video today, in that it's something that came to me a couple of years ago. A very dear friend and coach and mentor help support me in identifying it. And I've gone back to these every year and tweak them a little bit. So let's dive right in. I want to share with you, first of all, my mission. And then I'm going to unpack a little bit about how I wrote that to give you some, just some insights into how you can do this actually a lot easier than you think. So I'm going to be looking over to my notes. And so the mission, first of all, is really what do you do and what do you deliver to your clients, okay? So I'll read this out and then I'll break it into sections. I teach empowering self-mastery practices for heart-centered entrepreneurs to earn the income they desire so they can enjoy more autonomous, intentional, successful businesses and live their dream of making a positive impact in the world. So this is the mission, is kind of like a promise that I make to my clients, to you, that you make to your clients, that you make to yourself. And I'll break this down now. I'll read it again and then I'll stop and break it down to make this easy. So get a pen and write this out. And you can always come back to this video as well. I teach empowering self-mastery practices to heart-centered entrepreneurs. So this is specifically who I work with. Who do I support? Who do I coach? Who do I mentor? Who do I train? Who do I know from my experience in my business I can get the best results for? It's, a lot. Anyone in the space of being a solopreneur, micropreneur, and I specify heart-centered entrepreneurs, as many of us are coaches, life coaches, healers, energy workers, and, a lot of online space right now. Yoga, any Reiki, and other healing modalities. Hypnosis is another one. Okay, so here, the next part of this mission is my promise: to earn the income they desire. So my training courses are very much around the business of being an entrepreneur, being a heart-centered entrepreneur. So my mission, when I get up every day, when I have this on the wall, what is it that I'm delivering? Is teaching entrepreneurs how to earn the income they desire. Wow. With that so clarified, it helps me when all those other shiny objects come in, which they do. It helps you become more decisive about what it is you want to spend your time and invest your time and income on as well. Okay, so the next part of this is, so again, that's the results that I promise to myself and to my clients. The next one is so they, being my clients, can enjoy more autonomous, intentional, successful businesses. That's really the benefit. Once you are earning the income that you desire, you can then be more autonomous. You can be more intentional. You can have more success in your business. And everyone's definition of that is different and unique. So whatever it is for each of my clients, I honor and appreciate. So that's why there's not a lot of clarity around that, as each person is going to have their definition of what success means to them. Okay, so those are kind of the benefits of when my clients, and if you think of this as your business, when you deliver what you do, what are the results? What then can your clients have or enjoy? So that's the second part of the mission. And the third one is when they have that, then they could live their dream of making a positive impact in the world. And this is really the outcome and the intention. So think about it. If you are a coach and you're coaching you're coaching, say, people that are in the healing modalities, and you're helping them to, increase their reach through social media marketing. Let's say you're teaching people how to build their social media followers. Well, that's all wonderful. And are they really going to be making the positive impact in the world is the question for you, perhaps. But each one of these may be different for you. So you have to think about, first of all, what are the results that you promise to give your clients that they receive when they work with you? The second is, what's the benefit of that? So when they get the results from you, what will that give them? And the third is, when they have that, what is the overall outcome or the intention that goes beyond it? So think about those three pieces in your mission: the results, the benefit, and the outcome and intention. Outcome and intention can be tied together. Intention has typically a bigger, broader scope. So either or in your mission, depending on your business. All right, so that's the first one. The second one, like my little thing here, which is really cool because it's reflecting off the computer, is your vision. So the vision, someone said this just in the last week, and when they articulated this, I thought, that's it. That's the language that I wanted to hear, that helped me write my vision so quickly, and really felt that it was connected to my heart, to me, and to you. So this is what this person said. Your vision is the world that you want to live in. Your vision is the world that you dream of living in and playing in. If you could paint a picture, right? The vision is a picture of the world that you would like to live in. What would it look like? You could say, what would it sound like? And what would it feel like for you? That was the magic when I heard that. So I got busy and I wrote out my vision. So here it is. A more loving, peaceful, and prosperous world where individuals and communities of artists, creatives, heart-centered entrepreneurs, there's that heart-centered entrepreneurs as well, and outliers are supported with training, mentoring, and resources to thrive in both life and business. So my world would be the people that are in my space: creatives, artists, heart-centered entrepreneurs, outliers. Outliers are people kind of like the black sheeps of the world, even in their own families, even in their own inner circles, feel a little bit like they're not quite fitting into the groups that they were raised in. You know, is this resonating with anyone listening? And so my heart is very much around the people of the planet who may not necessarily thrive in a typical, normal corporate or employment setting or family structure, they're just, I guess you could say, different. Yes, Vicki, that's me. And you know, it's something that we now can talk about. 10, 20, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, it wasn't something that people really articulated and expressed openly and freely. And I think we're getting to a place in the world where governments, communities, nonprofits, families, friends are beginning to open up to this concept of that we are different. And this is very much around an individual or a community of individuals who don't fit into the normal scope of the definition of how our world is structured. So that's really the world I like to live in, and I want my clients who are also in this space to thrive. And what's missing is the training that they require, the mentoring and the coaching. So this is the area that I support my clients in, and the resources, so what is out there in terms of availability of the training and mentoring and coaching? Are there financial resources? Is there access? One of the things that this whole video series is around is to open the kimono, uncover the secrets, if you will, of all the things that I've learned in my business that people didn't share with me openly when I started. So I want to share this with others to help them accelerate quicker and be able to thrive. As when we all thrive as a community, we're supporting each other, we can make that bigger impact in the world. So the mission and vision kind of tie together. Okay, so that's the mission and the vision. Now the values. Well, the values are really what support your vision and your mission. And that is what is important to you. What is important to you? Now, in the NLP trainings that I deliver and offer here in Winnipeg and now online, in particular in the NLP Masters training, values play a huge role in the training, because if we're not clear on what's important to us, again, we can get caught getting distracted or be guided by values that are someone else's values. So it's a very, very important piece, not only for the business as humans, as an individual, for you personally, to know what's important to you. And values, by the way, are typically in a hierarchical format. There is movement within values as well. Typically, they will shift and change throughout life, and they will typically move around depending on context. So my values in my business, while they are similar to me personally, say in my own health and well-being, there are differences in the hierarchy and how they sit in that. So I'm going to go through them now. And if you have a pen and paper and you want to write down as I'm expressing some of these for you, they may resonate with you, go ahead and do that. Yours are going to be different. They're going to be important to you. And as you're doing this little exercise together with me, consider your business, as this is really in the context of business. So here we go. At the top of my hierarchy in my business are 3 values: making a positive impact, autonomy, and ecology. So I mentioned that making a positive impact is also part of my mission, right? So I want to make a positive impact in the world, and I'm supporting entrepreneurs to make a positive impact in the world. So those tie in really nicely. Autonomy is very, very important to me personally in my business. And autonomy, other people might use the word freedom. So they kind of interchange a little bit. For me, autonomy is about knowing that I have a lot of the resources already, the wisdom, the strength, the ability and skill within me already. And I don't always need to go outside to find that support. So it's not about carrying the burden of everything myself, as I do, have support staff and I have, a community of people that support me. What I find though is in my business, when I have autonomy, I can make decisions that are much more in alignment with what's important for my business, for me personally and my clients. And ecology is around, in my business, is what I'm doing good for me and my health and well-being and the other people that are impacted by my business and my decisions in business. So those kind of sit at the top. Is any of this resonating for you? Put a note. And if you do know your values, even post those in the comment box. So underneath that, my values are loving, intention, holistic, and congruency. Now, I'm not going to go through each one of these and what it means to me. I want to just give you an example of words that are value-based and, how they fit in this supportive kind of hierarchy. So I'll go down the list and then I'll explain how they are structured in terms of the hierarchy, okay? The next level is mastery, evolving, and enjoying life. As my business is very much my life, and it ties very, very tightly into my personal life as an entrepreneur. I think we can all say business and life are kind of intermeshed, which is the beauty and why most entrepreneurs love doing this business. It's definitely not typically an 8 to 4, 9 to 5 job. It's much more part of who we are and how we show up in the world. And that's really around the piece of congruency as well. Listening, accepting, being kind and compassionate are on the next level. And at the bottom level are free, flowing, playful, authentic, and creative. Now, I could take pieces of my business and take my values and probably shift some of the hierarchy of how these fit. And the reason why I'm telling you this is that you can rest easy knowing that your values are constantly moving around. That is what's beautiful about your values, is you have the freedom to play with how they show up for you in different aspects of your business, different times in your life. And so we're not stuck when it comes to values, right? You have the freedom to play with your values, move them around. But here's what I do know, and this comes up a lot in our NLP trainings, is when someone is stuck in their business in particular, typically the hierarchy of their values is out of whack. All right, what's at the top of the hierarchy, which generally is supported by what's below it, is not in alignment with who they are. It's not in alignment with their mission and value, mission and vision, and it's maybe not in alignment with the impact they make with their clients. So there's a few reasons. It could be also not in alignment due to still some unresolved trauma from early in life, or beliefs also impact values. And so we do put a lot of emphasis on knowing your values, as this is often an area whenever you've ever felt overwhelmed, anxious, stuck at times in your business in particular, or in your life. It's often because of the hierarchy of your values is not aligned, okay? So let me just, an aha moment. Yes, Vicki, thank you for stating that. I know for me that was a big aha, and post a little bit more about that if you would in the comments too. Thank you so much for sharing. And this is all about engaging as well as we go live so that you have that opportunity to engage. So the way the values are structured in hierarchy is that what's at the top of the thought value hierarchy is supported and so includes the values below. So what's at top includes the value structure below that, which includes the value structure below that, which includes the value structure below that. So when you have the value at the top, it includes you having the value below that, and on down to the bottom layer, which is never the bottom, by the way. We can keep going deeper and deeper and deeper. And then on the reverse, the values at the bottom of your hierarchy support you in achieving and living a higher value. And that value supports you in living and achieving the next one. So these bottom ones are like, think of them as the foundation of a house supports the walls, and the walls support the roof, right? So you kind of work in that way. So the top ones include the ones below it, and the bottom values support the ones above it. And so values are really, really important in identifying, so that you can be absolutely clear and feel into and embody what you do in your business. And why it's important to you is got to be clear and concise. So I have my mission, my vision, and my values now printed in nice big letters. And I have it on my wall in my office, together with some other. I don't really have a vision board. It's not something that I find works for me. And it works for some people, but I find that a vision board, a static vision board that maybe is done kind of once a year, doesn't work for me, because I'm constantly noticing myself evolving and shifting and changing. So that's one reason. And the second reason is that I believe our visions for our future and our mission needs to be embodied. And so it doesn't have that aspect of being embodied fully with all the other senses. However, I have a board on my wall that I keep things like this on, and I am constantly, not constantly, regularly shifting and changing, and you know, it's a moving and evolving work, if you will. So that's where I have these on my sticky note walls. Exactly. So yes, Vicki, I've been stuck lately. It's because I'm not sticking to what and how I want to work, but what I think is expected. Oh my gosh, that is an aha moment about what, you know, how are you operating in your business? Is it in alignment with who you are and what you wish to achieve, or is it not in alignment? In other words, is it based upon what is expected from others externally, right? Or, you know, the notion of comparing oneself and one's business to others. And, you know, this comparison is really not a very healthy way of looking at your business, right? It's good to look at your competition, and but it's it's much more powerful to be clear about your vision, your mission, your vision, and your own values, and being able to articulate them. Yes, Vicki, and even when it comes to pricing. And pricing, I think I'm going to do a whole video on pricing, as that is definitely something that I know I can speak on and share my insights from being in business as long as I've been in. And so I hope this has been valuable to you. I like to keep these videos under, 30, 35 minutes. And so I do want to take the opportunity to say thank you for watching. Please share this video. Stay tuned. Next week, I'm going to be talking about goals, as I believe that goals have gotten a bit of a bad rap in the last, I will say for myself, decade. And I was one of the people that were giving goals a bad rap. So I'm coming back to goals. And I want to share with you my insights around how you can use the concept of goal setting in a way that's holistic, that's empowering, and that you're going to love your goals. You're going to love your goals. So watch next Wednesday as I go through my insights on goal setting. And following that, I believe it's the week after, on April the 6th, is our Holistic NLP Cafe, April 6th at 2 p.m. Central Time. Please join us if you haven't already. It's going to be teaching you an NLP practice that you can use with your clients. If you're a coach, you can use it on yourself. And there's also many other modifications for using this practice called submodality map across. I am going to be teaching you the John Grinder, Carmen Bostic St. Clair, Michael Carroll NLP Academy in England method, which I believe is the purest, cleanest, unaltered submodality map across that you will find, as the NLP that I teach comes from the team, the originators of NLP and New Code NLP. So come on board if you haven't already. I will post a link to that in the chat. I may be able to even do that now as I'm speaking. I know Vicki is a member of our NLP Cafe community, our global community. So I know you'll be there, Vicki, I hope, and bring a friend. Yeah, so I'm going to come back here. I will post this here. And so join us at the Holistic NLP Cafe, April the 6th. There's the link. If you get to attend free as my guest for one event, so pick any event, and I hope it's goal setting next week. It's going to be really great. Have a wonderful remainder of the day. Feel free to reach out to me. I've posted the links below on how you can connect with me. Like this group, share it with friends. Please go to our YouTube channel if you haven't already and subscribe. The more we can get this out to other entrepreneurs, other artists, other creatives, and individuals, all the outliers. Let's love all the outliers in the world. The more positive impact we can make together. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye for now. Bye-bye.